Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to A Man, a Van, a Plan. Well, we're going to pick up this morning where we left off yesterday. The first thing I'm going to show you is something that we actually did yesterday, but I wasn't able to include in the last video, and that is grinding out these supports, because that is where our windows are going to go. Well, you guys were hopefully enjoying that footage. I went ahead and got my cuts laid out for my windows on either side of the bed. I think they're just a little bit small, just a little bit snug, which is a-okay by me. What I'm going to do is cut these out, and then I'm going to test fit the window. Hopefully they're a little bit small, and then I'll just take a little bit more off if I need to. One down, one to go, but first to test fit. Perfection. Outstanding. I gotta be careful not to hurt my arm. Giving myself a pat on the back. Yep, I cut this one a little bit smaller on purpose. So I'm gonna have to widen that a little bit. Really, that's it, just that one little area. There it is. That will work. It's going to be nice having ventilation when I'm sleeping. The next thing that I'm going to do is hit the raw metal where I've cut out for those window openings with some undercoating paint. I do that to protect it from rusting. If it ever gets wet in there, which it may, I mean, let's face it, it may get wet in there at some point. I want to make sure that that metal is covered and coated and protected so it doesn't rust.
Thank you for tuning in to the joy of painting. Today, we're not doing a landscape. That's right. Today, we're painting exposed metal. Here's the colors you need. Just some undercoat black. That's right, some undercoat black. We're just going to dab it along using a disposable bristle brush. Bring it along this exposed metal to keep it happy and protected. Maybe you think you're getting a little too much on, and I'll tell you, that can't happen here on the inside. Where it can happen is the outside. But no mistakes. Here on the inside, only happy accidents.
And now that we've done the first side, we're going to do the second, because everyone needs a friend. You know that. And now that we've got that done, we're just going to sign this. MVP. A man. A van. A plan. I'm putting the window installation on hold for a minute. That's a two-person job. I'm waiting for Tahir to get here. When he gets here, I'll be able to do that. So what I'm going to start doing is running my wiring. I've got my list here of everything that I need wired up. I'm just going to review that really quick, make sure that I've got everything. And I've got a couple appliances. I need to make sure how long those runs are going to be. That'll tell me what gauge wire I need to use. And we're going to go from there. But before we get to that, a quick word from today's sponsor. In a world where boards are never square, measurements are merely suggestions, and every project begins with the dangerous words, "Yeah, I can do that." One hero rises above them all. The carpentry pencil. Forged in the mystical ancient forests of Eldoria. Tempered by generations of the finest sawdust from the briarwood trees of Norhaven, and chosen by the legendary cabinet makers of Brambleshade. Today's video is sponsored by the Carpentry Pencil. Legend tells of a place hidden beyond the mountains, deep within the forgotten shires of Elderglen, where master woodworkers forged the very first carpentry pencil from the heartwood of an ancient oak. While other tools boast horsepower, Bluetooth, or batteries that die 5 minutes before you're finished, the carpentry pencil asks for only one thing. Use me to draw that line. That's it. No updates, no charging, no instruction manual. Just one glorious mission. Every great adventure begins with a single step. Every project begins with a single mark. And every campervan conversion begins with one brave soul saying,
"It needs to be this long."
Legends speak of fearless builders, masters of precision, craftsmen whose cuts are flawless.
And I am not one of those people. I once measured a board 3 separate times, got 3 separate measurements, and somehow convinced myself that the tape measure was having an off day. Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
But this magnificent instrument marked each wrong measurement with confidence and precision. Flat enough to stay where you set it. Simple enough that even I can't accidentally change the settings. Because there aren't any. It's the strong silent type, and it fits in your apron pocket. So today we salute the unsung hero of every workshop. Not the saw, not the drill, not the impact driver that sounds like it's preparing for takeoff. The humble carpentry pencil. It's the first tool to touch every project and the last one to complain. Which, coincidentally, is more than I can say for my knees.
So thank you again to today's sponsor, the Carpentry Pencil. Because every adventure starts with a single line. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a cut to make. And hopefully this time, I cut it on the correct side of the line. Damn it!
If you enjoyed this tale of courage, craftsmanship, and questionable woodworking decisions, hit that like button, subscribe, and join me next time as our conversion adventure continues.
Until then, may your lines be straight, may your cuts be true, and may all of your projects begin with a carpentry pencil.
All right, we've got our 110 volt run on both sides, and Tahir's back, and he's starting to run our 12 volt for our passenger side. Tair and I got everything wired in. We've got everything labeled. This is an absolute ton of wires. It's going to be fun wiring all that up later. But got all my 110 run. I've got all my 12 volt run. I've got some larger 12 volt here for like the fridge. The fridge takes a little larger run. Yeah, so we're in business. Next is installing these windows, but before we do that, I really didn't properly introduce Tair during the last video. He's here again today helping me out, so we're going to do that now. Everybody, meet Tair. All right, guys, this is Tair. Tair and I used to work together when I was building vans full-time. He worked full-time with me, and he's great. He's a hard worker. He knows what he's doing. I love having him. I love working together with him again. And he's been my nephew his whole life. Before we put the windows in, it's time for a coffee break. Tair is installing butyl tape while I'm doing my best to get in his way. Are you done yet? You done yet? You done yet?
With the top part.
You done yet?
All right, damn it, that's enough. Oh shit. And I fell. That was pretty funny.
Is it all lined up?
Well, the windows are finally in, and I really like how they turned out. You know, it's starting to look like a camper van now, and not a vehicle that you might see in Silence of the Lambs, if you catch my drift. Anyway, on the next one, we're going to be installing the ceiling. So make sure that you come back around to the channel and tune in for that. In the meantime, if you like this and you're enjoying the transformation, do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave me a comment telling me what you liked about it. Keep building out there, keep adventuring, and we'll see you on the next one.